With over 7 million tourists annually visiting the French Quarter of New Orleans, street entertainers pick up their instruments to play a jazzy tune, or even put on their dancing shoes to gain attention and a couple of bucks from the passing crowds. Magician Emmitt Smith travels all the way from Chicago to street entertain in New Orleans, all because of his grandfather's card trick when he was just 6 years old.
So he said, well, you have to show me you want to learn magic. So I saved up box tops from the back of a checker box square container. I sent in for my very first magic trick. Whole magic kit. Once I got it, I said, Grandpa, look, I've got the magic kit. So once I showed him every trick in the kit, he showed me how to do that trick, and that's what got me started.
Entertaining is all about laughs and smiles for Smith because it is a sense of comic relief.
It's a chance for me to go ahead and make them laugh and smile for a few minutes. They see something in their day that they normally didn't expect to see, and I make them laugh.
It's not all fun and games, though. This is how street entertainers make their living, so tips from tourists are crucial to sustain their way of life.
During the show, we have to educate our audience that we're working not because anybody's paying us to be here, but because the audience themselves are paying. The more and more these venues are disappearing, it's harder to find places to work, and audiences don't understand what's going on.
Even though Emmitt claims that he travels all over the U.S. to street entertain, he says that New Orleans is the best because of its tourism.
Good weather, and as far as street performing goes, this has been historically a really good place to do that.
A street entertainer's job may be to produce as many smiles as possible, but Smith explains how the business is not always so glorious.
Like anything, it's fun, but it's still a job. And there are days where you need to go out and work, and you might not be feeling well. Fingers might be sore, back might be sore. You might not be feeling 100%. But you need to go out, you need to buck up, and you need to go out and be a performer, smile and laugh, and make people have a good time.
Not all tourists are happy with the entertainer's shows, though. Florida native Matt Law isn't too thrilled with the performances.
I'm not entertained. I'd say about 5% I'm entertained.
Indoor stages for shows aren't as popular as they used to be, so entertainers are forced to the streets if they plan on surviving.
The age of the entertainers in the nightclubs that we used to have, when our grandparents were around, is long since passed. So if you're going to entertain and you're going to make a living at it, you have to be able to do a street act that'll allow you to survive.
Afterwards, we're going to be asking for donations. A 5 or a 10 may not make a big difference in your life, makes a huge one in ours, though. So please give from the heart. Here we go, 3 passes. Hup, 3, 2, 1, and the crowd goes wild! Here it comes.
Street entertainment may be diminishing in the U.S., but Smith says New Orleans is still one of a kind, if not the only kind, for street entertainers to break out and make a name for themselves in the industry.
It's been going on here since there was a New Orleans. And in the States, this is the vaudeville for street performers. This is the last really great place to be able to do that. If you can come here and you can make it in New Orleans, you can work anywhere.
This is Amanda Hemel, reporting from Spring Hill College.